When conducting, it is important that the look of your gestures matches with how the music sounds. In order to do this, the conductor must be able to alter the shape of the beat pattern, change the strength and rebound of the ictus, and the speed of the travel. These three things together change the look of the gesture. There are really only two styles in conducting, lyrical and angular. Lyrical is used for legato and pesante music, and angular is used with marcato and staccato. The legato style is the smoothest and most lyrical of the styles. In this particular style, the travel between each of the ictus points is slow, the rebound on the ictus points is substantial, and the change of direction at the ictus points is rounded. This particular style employs all three of the major hinges along your arm. The shoulder hinge, which creates the pattern, and then the elbow and the wrist hinges, which stylize the pattern. And of these, the wrist is the most important to the legato style. To practice the legato style, you might practice a gesture that looks like painting a wall. Or for the horizontal gestures, a gesture that looks like smoothing icing out on a cake or peanut butter on a piece of bread. Notice in both of these gestures that my wrist is leading the rest of my hand and my baton. The tip is always following my wrist as it changes direction. In the staccato style, the ictus points are much more markedly placed. They still have rebound, but the travel between ictus points is fast and the change of direction is angular. The staccato style can be produced by an arm movement only. However, to make a lighter staccato style, you can add a flick of the wrist. To practice this flick, you might think about what kind of weight you would need to give to the flick in order to flick different things off the tip of the baton. For example, how much weight would you have to give to the flick to flick a water droplet off the tip? Not much. How much would you have to give of a flick in order to get a bit of honey off of the tip of your baton? That might have much more weight to it, or a much faster and harder flick to it. A caution about this flick gesture is that it sometimes can begin to look like a wizard granting a wish. If you place that within a pattern, it starts to look like this. This is too much flick gesture for staccato. This is a more appropriate flicking gesture for staccato style. The marcato style is similar to the staccato in that the travel between the ictus points is fast, the change of direction is angular, but on the ictus points in marcato there is a full stop with no rebound. It is this full stop that creates the look of weight or accent on each of the ictus points. And this weight is what makes the marcato look different than the staccato. The marcato style is an arm-only gesture, no wrist movement. The pesante gesture is a sort of combination of legato and marcato style, in that the pesante gesture has the weight of the marcato ictus points, but it has the smooth rebound, slow travel, and smooth change of direction of the legato style. The most important thing about creating a pesante gesture is that the travel between the ictus points must look like it has resistance, and as if it is difficult to move from one ictus point to the next. To practice this gesture, you might think about what would it feel like to create this pattern with your arm fully underwater? What would the resistance be if your arm was fully submerged? Whatever style you use, it must be dictated by and match the music. To review, the legato style has a very gentle ictus point with substantial rebound, slow travel, rounded change of direction. This style is governed by the wrist gesture more than anything else. The staccato style has rebound, but has fast travel and angular change of direction, and you might add a flick of the wrist. The marcato style adds weight to each of the ictus points, and that can be done by a full stop without rebound on each of the ictus points, fast travel and angular change of direction. And finally, the pesante style has weight on each of the ictus points, it has resistance in its travel, and it has rebound at the ictus and rounded corners on the change of directions.